If you wanna be this old boy's whole world, tell me that you'll be this cowboy's cowgirl. We've been feeling sparks for a while now. We've been hanging right on.
All right, we're here with Chad Cooke Band here at Wildcatter Saloon in Katy, Texas. This is one of the bars that is shut down right now, so please do your part as soon as it opens back up to get out here and help these guys out and support our live music venues. Chad, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank y'all for having us. Appreciate it.
Hey, for our listeners, just to start off, kind of tell your story, how the Chad Cooke Band got started and what got you from there to here.
But wait, I have to interrupt because, you know, I'm the fun one. He's the more serious one. I'm the fun one.
It's true.
So
it's undeniable.
I have to make a comment. Whenever these guys walked in here, they all gave each other a hug, like they haven't seen each other in a long time. They came in matching shirts. The shirts
Thank you, Vinyl Ranch.
Color coordinated hats.
And MTV, which is amazing because there's only two
My favorite
channels
things in the world.
Only
Music
two channels
videos,
I watch.
flamingos, palm trees.
Bravo and MTV. That's it. That's all I need.
She loves trash TV.
Well, see, I like the old MTV, but hey, my wife, she loves the new MTV.
So it's already been a blast before this even started.
There you go. All right.
All right, now we can get to Mr. Serious.
Now enough about us.
Where we got started? So I'm sorry. What was the question? I forgot now. I was thinking about MTV. Okay.
Tell us about how Chad Cooke Band got started and what got you from there to here.
We know the story. We're just nervous to tell it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That makes an interesting story.
Well, me and Dallas were here. Guitar player. We met on Craigslist.
We did.
Wait, you're serious?
Not in the personals, right?
No, it wasn't back pages.
I think it was misconnections.
Misconnections. Okay, that's right. No, we actually that's not a lie. I actually did meet Dallas on Craigslist. Oh, I'm dropping the microphone. So actually, a guitar player, but yeah, don't drop the mic, Knight. His Tyler actually. When I moved to Houston, I was working in the oil field in Victoria, Texas in 2014. Got laid off and moved to Houston, and then in 2015. I actually did put an ad out on Craigslist about needing a guitar player because I knew nobody in Houston.
That's awesome.
So his buddy Tyler, who lived in Nashville at the time, was from Houston. He responded to the ad and said, "Hey, I live in Nashville, but I know a guitar player in Houston, so you should reach out to my buddy Dallas and then go from there." And that's actually so through Dallas. I'll let him explain the rest, but he introduced me to my other brothers from another mother up here.
Nice.
Right. So, like you said, I joined up with Chad just literally a month before the 2015 New Year. We got started down in Victoria, playing some places that we still play today. The longest tenured city we've been playing together. But that was right at the tail end of 2014, before 2015. And I had been playing with Mr. Neighbor here in a separate band since 2013.
Wow.
And as you know, Chad said, you know, as time goes on, people change, you know, for various reasons, and
we all got out of the rock band scene.
Yeah.
Because we've all been in the rock band scene for like years.
We don't talk about it, but it's true, man. We built a foundation on it. But old Mikey came in here and talked about a foundation. He was our guy, man, solid as a rock. And I was telling Chad, man, let me tell you, this boy was nervous.
We had a drummer, and I love him. But Dallas is like, we gotta have like a four on the floor stomping, the back beat, you gotta keep it.
Guy on a metronome.
Yeah, so he's like, Mikey's the guy.
And Chad's like, I don't know. So after 3 rehearsals, after 3 tryouts, Mikey got the job.
It wasn't even 3, it was a 1.
I think it was.
I like to say it was 3 because it pushes my narrative a little bit more. But anyway, I'll let Mikey tell you how Mr. Kevin got here.
Just so our folks know, lead guitar, drums, bass.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were leaving that as a mystery. For right now.
You have to go to a live show to figure that out, right?
But just to back up the story, I think it was that first practice. That first practice, I was like, see what these boys are about. I dug all the songs. I kind of knew the songs from jamming with Dallas for what it was like 3 years prior to that. So did our thing. I was doing the rock band thing, and then Kevin was helping me out on a rock band that I was kind of like doing locally, and we did some national stuff here and there. And
tell them what bands those were.
It was Hounds of Jezebel. That was the name of the band. And we were in that band for about 8 years. And
Mikey and I played an Earshot together also.
we did play in a band called Earshot, separate years.
Alternative hard rock.
It was 1 year apart, man.
Queen of the dance. For your time.
It was an awesome gig, but
It was. I was young. We were young.
Kevin and I were just doing the thing. I was kind of helping him out with his band. He was helping me out with my rock band. And then the Chad Cooke Band thing came around, and I was like, hey, man, you want to come do a few gigs with me and, you know, make a little extra cash here and there? He was like, sure, I'll check it out. And yeah, it was that first gig. We were just like, oh man, this boy has something. And I was like, man, I knew it all along because Kevin's a talented bass player, man. And I knew he was going to get the gig. I was just like, yeah, all he has to do is learn these songs, play a couple of gigs, and they're going to be sold. And I think Kevin can tell the rest.
Look how perfectly it went down the line.
I know,
right?
Yeah, these
flow.
guys are really
We've never done
easy
this
on the
before.
tryouts. Like, I feel like I could show up and not know any of the songs, and they probably still love me.
Oh,
That's not true.
That is not true. That is not true.
I don't know. I feel
there.
like you two are besties with the matching shirts
Yeah.
and not
We
even
just
knowing
lived
it.
together for a long time.
Like a single bedroom apartment.
Yeah. Montrose.
Well, the minute you guys all came together, it was like a perfect match. So it's pretty cool to see.
Oh, right on.
Well, you had the
What month did you join?
Oh, that was
It was like something significant.
September of 2017.
Right before Katrina. Or-
Before we get to that, I just like to let everybody know. I let Chad know that I learned all 50 of those songs that were on the playlist,
This is old coming out.
and
Oh boy.
we only played 25 of them. So
50 songs on a set.
Yeah, we had. Okay, so when Kevin came along, we had about 50 songs we had on our set list, and about 20 of those were ours, and 30 of them were cover songs. You know, we're playing 4-hour cover gigs at the time. And Kevin showed up the first day of just checking out someone new for bass, and he knew every single song, front to back, back to left, back to right, every single song. And we and Dallas looked at each other like, this guy just showed up and he knew everything. Everything. like it was ridiculous.
But he
And
was only temporary.
but he was still temporary. We didn't let him know.
No,
So when
yeah.
Kevin left that night, we
was our
our terms were like, yeah, we'll see you later.
Probation.
We'll let you know.
That was
We'll
us.
let you know.
That's good chemistry.
And then the next day we hit a Kevin. We're like, dude, we've never seen anybody show up to a band rehearsal, a first
We did
band
not
rehearsal.
say that. There's no
So-
way we told
I
you.
did. I told him.
So you had the first full-length album, I guess, in 2016, right? And then the second 2 years later,
Yeah.
you had the single that did really, really well on the second full-length album. Things just
Right.
kind of took off from there. And I don't want to bury the lead. I was a journalism major in college, so I don't want to bury the lead. Brand new single out, Cowboy's Cowgirl. We love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how that song came to be, writer, producers, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of tell how it came out.
Yeah, so Cowboy's Cowgirl was a song we just wrote in January. We just went back
Wow.
to Nashville, and our first time going back to Nashville since our release of Risk It All, which was our last album. And when we got there, we asked our producer to hook us up with some local Nashville songwriters who write around the area, and he went above and beyond. He hooked us up with Jordan Walker, who co-wrote When It Rains It Pours by Luke Combs.
Oh, wow.
And he hooked us up with Andy Albert, who co-wrote Blake Shelton's, what was it, Blake Shelton's song?
She's got
Away with Words, and then also Dustin Lynch, Good Girl.
Yeah.
And then many, you can go.
they also wrote our first #1 song on Texas radio.
Live Behind Bars.
Live Behind
yeah.
Bars.
That's right.
So we
Okay.
had,
Right. So we already had a relationship with those guys before we got there. For over a year, actually over 2 years, we knew those guys, and so we got there in the same writing room, and we went in with just an idea of writing a cowboy song, because we played a lot of rodeos over the past like 4 years, and that's kind of a cool crowd for us to play to, because they, not only is it cool to go and like check out a rodeo. I mean, what's not cool about that? But then afterwards, there's always a dance or a
live band.
live band going on. So we got to check. So showing up to to that writing session, Jordan Walker said, "Hey, I had an idea for a song called Cowboy's Cowgirl," and we were already talking about that kind of idea.
We wanted an anthem, you know,
That's awesome.
something
Yeah.
somebody could relate to on the cowboy level, even if you've never roped a calf or bulldog or whatever.
Right.
You know, something everybody could relate to.
Well, you know, that whole, especially here in Texas, that it's become cool to be a cowboy again. Like, I think fairly recently, that's really kind of started to take off. I think guys like Cody Johnson had a lot to do with that, and Randall King, those who have kind of taken it back to the cowboy 90s country. And I think that song fits right in with that. And it sounds really good, but I think it's kind of cool to be a cowboy again, and so it's a fun time in music to have songs like that.
Well, we hope so. I mean, I think the Texas aspect of country music, I mean, for us, I mean, I hope it stays real and relevant. You know, you move out of Texas and you get top 40 stuff, which is great, you know, in its own terms. But what I love about Texas country music is that it stays true to roots, and cowboys and sunsets and red dirt roads and whatever else is true to this genre, and I hope it never leaves it.
Well, and y'all have several songs that really talk to people and to Texans specifically. Oil Man certainly does. I mean, I grew up in an oil field town in East Texas, and so that song really speaks to me. I never worked in the oil field, but I obviously grew up with a lot of people that did. And then you have the song Come and Take It, which I'm assuming is based on Harvey.
Yes, absolutely.
So you have several songs that really speak to Texans and really strike at the heart of that. So I'd love to kind of know on the Come and Take It song, I'd love to kind of know how that came to be.
Well, being a band based out of Houston, when Hurricane Harvey hit in 2016, we were right in the middle of it. We're every day turning on the news, seeing what was going on.
First show.
Oh.
Yeah, that was actually supposed to be one of our first shows, and then when Kevin joined the band, and then when that happened, we saw the news, and everybody was watching the news and seeing what was going on and seeing the devastation. And as bad as it was, we saw people from all over Texas and surrounding states coming down here with their boats and their four-wheelers and whatever it was, just to help people who they've never even met. And that was amazing for all of us to watch, to see how it's not about where you're from or your political divisions. It's about just being an American and being someone who can help your neighbor out, which was really cool. And I know, even today, like, that's the true heart of people. So don't let them lie to you out there.
When
100%.
help, we step up and help. And that
That's
was
awesome.
that song specifically was one of the first Nashville co-writes that we did, and we did so with a friend of ours, Sky Claire, she's a phenomenal female country artist up in Nashville. And Chad and I sat down on a Skype session, and we wrote that with her, and we sat there, knowing the elephant in the room, that this hurricane just happened. Should we touch the subject? Should we not? It was kind of one of those things. Just given we don't want to take advantage of this, but we do want to express how we feel about it.
Right.
And so we kicked around a couple ideas, and when she finally said, "Hey, but you guys have had a pretty major incident happen, recently," and Chad so happened to be up in East Texas with another buddy of his, and he said, "I was thinking about a song called Hell or High Water." And she goes, and my best friend is their fiance, they're engaged, and so he happened to be in there, and he muttered something in the background, and she said, "Don't you guys have a saying called 'Come and Take It'?" And we said, yeah, we do. And she goes, and she started saying,
Flag and everything.
And then Chad's title, Hell or High Water, and then Somehow We'll Make It, just fell right in, after that.
Yeah.
But that was a large extent of that song. And
That's awesome.
Chad said, it was just one of the songs that we wanted to create to unite.
Yeah, that's great. Well, as we said earlier, I like talking about the music, but I know some people like to get to know you guys as people, and that's really where she comes in.
And that's why I still have a cheat sheet. One day I'll get to the point where I don't have a cheat sheet.
We'll bring it on.
Okay, you ready? All right. So, one thing that I want to know is tell us a funny story from life on the road. Can you think of one thing you're like, holy crap, I can't believe this happened, or we will never forget this?
Well, I want to tell.
I'm sure there's multiple.
And keep in mind, this is a podcast, so we don't really have, I think, FCC regulations.
Okay, great.
Oh, there you go.
As long as there's no regulations, we're good. One of my favorite, and I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but we were playing a show out in northwest Texas. What was the town? I can't remember the name of the town, but it was a festival, and we had to drive and this was on the Panhandle. This is like the north, as far north as you can get in Texas. And we had to drive all the way down to Wichita Falls.
Higgins. It was
Higgins.
Higgins like that.
And there was a thunderstorm rolling through that night. We had to drive, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours back to Wichita Falls.
See, this is the best part because
And-
they're.
Y'all are starting to reminisce.
So,
Well, you didn't tell her what we fueled up on to make that long 3.5
yeah, we're not
hour
telling them
drive
what
back
you
to
filled up
Wichita
on,
Falls.
but caffeine, a lot of caffeine and water. And we got about halfway on the Panhandle, and there's nothing out there. And the thunderstorm was going on. I mean, it was the craziest thunderstorm we've ever seen in our lives. All of us were talking about it, and we got to a dirt pile that was just flat roads. There's nothing out there. And we pulled over, and we had what was it?
A Glock 22.
Yeah. And a Glock
It's
22.
a 40 caliber.
And so we
what I have.
found this dirt hill that was out there from the construction workers that were building the road, and we got out of the vehicle, and this was like 3
Mind you,
o'clock.
there's a bunch of thunder going on.
A lot of thunder going on, but there was no houses around, so they wouldn't even matter. But we took off round after round at this dirt pile, and
Dirt
at 3
pile.
o'clock in the morning, on the gravel pile on the side of the road, and the thunderstorms were just going off like crazy in the distance.
Our merch girl was getting after it, man. She was like, like unsuppressed, feelings with that night or that with that
We were
Glock.
wondering what was wrong. We said, hey, we got back in the vehicle. We said, Yudi is her name. We said, Yudi, what's going on? You need something you talk about?
Okay, the next one. What is your favorite drink to get from, if you're playing, what's your favorite drink to get from the fans, the audience, who's there?
I'm gonna give this
Because
one-
there are some people,
give that to the drummer.
there are some artists who don't drink. So,
On stage.
on
That is
stage,
not
right?
us.
We don't know any of them.
Mikey said that is not us.
That is not us. We're very fond of the liquid hydration. That is whiskey. That is for sure.
Yeah,
If
mostly
somebody was
whiskey.
gonna bring us something, what would our?
Right.
Yeah.
If a fan brings you something, what's your
Because
preference?
fans like to bring shots or a drink.
We
I know what he
prefer.
likes.
We
I know
prefer.
this man likes.
We prefer whiskey. What do you know about
What do
me?
you-
I'm whiskey. I'm whiskey all the way. I think that's right.
I'm whiskey all
I
the
think
way.
Whiskey is kind of the
Mike, are
main
you lying to them?
No.
He's a liar.
What do you want? What are you wanting? A pina colada? What?
No, I feel like we're kind of split 50-50.
Okay, let me
You know what he wants.
let me say this right now. If they do sell margaritas there,
Oh.
See, that's the second option.
It's tequila.
I will do a margarita.
You can't say tequila.
I do. Okay,
Comes twice as fast.
With tequila?
he's not lying.
whiskey
This
and
is true.
tequila.
All these are
3
true.
whiskeys and a tequila.
I'll take a whiskey
Or
and a
4
tequila.
whiskeys and 4 tequilas.
Hey, whiskey and
Oh, there you
tequila
go.
is that's early morning shakes.
We won't ask you to mention brands yet because we got to get y'all sponsorship deals before we start doing that stuff,
Oh,
right?
boy.
We're looking for 'em.
What do you prefer, Kevo?
I mean, it's whiskey,
Whiskey,
most of the time.
yeah.
Most of the time.
Please tell them no what not to send.
Oh yeah, that's a great
No
point.
Jaeger, no Fireball.
Oh, the
like
second.
give it to us straight.
No Goldschlager.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, please no.
If
So do you
like
think
it,
it's-
okay.
You think it's the ladies that mostly goes to buy the shots? You know what I mean? So those are the things they're probably thinking. That's why this is a good question.
Oh man, I'll be honest with you. It's probably half and half.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably half and half. It's probably
Yeah, because I'd buy a band drinks.
Yeah, and we love every drink that comes our way. We're not we're not worried about.
We don't turn drinks away.
Yeah. So yeah,
We
That's
also
awesome.
love
Are you
we'll
ready
swing
for
either way when it
the?
comes to drinks.
Are you ready for the game?
Yeah. Okay, y'all ready? You guys ready for the game?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, pass these
All right,
all the
do
way
you
to Kevin,
left hand side.
All the way to Kevin.
to Mike.
All the way to Mike.
Dallas.
Okay.
All right.
You really
So Terry, you want to
went all out.
Yes,
I
love it.
did. Yes, I
love
did.
You want to explain how this
I'm
works?
in education, so there you go, right? All right, so each of you have 2 of the paddles, and it has each your names on it. So we're gonna play a game.
Oh, yeah, I guess you don't need this.
Real quick.
Oh yeah. You want to show each of your names on there?
There we go. There they are.
All right. So the game is who is most likely. I'm going to ask you about 10 questions, and you're going to think of who's most likely to do
Whatever.
whatever
Right.
it is. And so
just
whoever it is,
hold
you're
it
going
up.
to hold the name out. Okay? We're going to see
Can
if
I
you
just
can.
point out something?
Yeah.
That,
I got the best color.
Kevin and Dallas are on the same paddle.
They are.
Oh.
And they also have the same
Together a
jersey.
really long time. Do you want to sit next to each other? Do I need to?
But you know what?
Do y'all want to take those home? As
Probably.
Take them home to Spain, Charlie.
I will tell you, Dallas, that I specifically did not make your color blue because I was thinking Dallas Cowboy, so I did the green.
I would have loved that.
I thought it was turquoise.
Okay, yeah, turquoise.
All right.
This is my,
Teal.
this is my bolo.
Yes!
All right, let's go. Let's see
There
how
you
well they
go.
know each other. 'Cause
All right.
I think this is going to be pretty conclusive.
I know, it's already
5
fun.
years of mistakes.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay.
Right now.
5
Exposing
years
now.
of mistakes.
Real questions.
All right, so
Hardball.
now there's some little
Hardball.
cute ones, and then there's some other ones. So who's the first? We'll start with the cute ones. Who's the first to fall asleep on the road?
Oh God.
Oh, y'all are all over the place on
Okay,
this
look
one.
at your answers. Everyone is
shit,
different. Oh, like, okay,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. There you go.
Really?
He's a really.
I guess I lost that one.
The first to fall asleep on the road I'm driving.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you already
He is
said it.
driving. Hold on, let me change that up.
Like on,
Okay, so it's
on
Chad.
the road,
Chad.
On the road in our current vehicle? Yes.
in the
He didn't know how to use his
vehicle, or
paddle
like in
Or just at night after a show.
I'm gonna back.
Like, who's the first to call it a night?
Well,
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it half and half?
I'm gonna say.
A little bit.
It's definitely Chad.
I don't know. I'll keep it me. I'll keep it me.
Sleeps and snores next to me while I'm driving.
I
my
love
shot
it.
is right.
He's usually.
All right, so we got
behind
half
me.
Kevin, half Chad.
All right, there you go. Hey, that's good. That's good. All right.
I'm sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in their front seat. They don't.
Oh, they don't
Yeah,
see
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
I know when he's asleep.
There you go. All right, so who's most likely to buy all the snacks at Buc-ee's?
So,
4 for 4.
so this is really funny because when y'all came in, they said Mike stopped at Buc-ee's when y'all came in today. And when who was it that told us that? Kevin said that, and I looked at her because I knew that she was asking this question, so that was so perfect.
Yeah.
Mikey, we can't stop at a gas station anywhere
I'm
without
sweating.
Mikey running inside and spending 30 minutes. We may need just to get gas, and Mikey comes out 30 minutes later. We're still waiting on him to come out. And Mikey,
Look at him.
we just
He
stopped at
knows.
the gas station like 15 minutes
20
ago.
minutes ago. I gotta get something else.
Hey, each gas station has different things.
They do.
They do.
They do.
So what's your favorite snack to get?
Oh goodness. It's usually.
It's an assortment.
It's an assortment of an energy drink,
Okay.
maybe a protein shake, and.
Oh, you're healthy. See, I go straight for the beaver nuts.
I love those. I go straight for the oatmeal cookies if I'm gonna split.
Oh.
I've just got to say, I have to speak on this because I have videotaped. I have.
It's been documented. It has.
I have footage, too much footage of Mikey in the store picking out brands
He's
you've
perusing.
never heard. I mean, he is really trailblazing products you've never heard. The reason they're there is because Mikey's buying them.
That's awesome.
So you're
That's a lot of fun.
you're like an Aldi shopper.
pretty much.
All right, what's next?
All right. Who is most likely to be the first to call mom? Oh.
Chad, that's conclusive. That's,
Yeah. Really? You didn't want to admit that.
All right, I'll admit it. I will call mom. I'll let my mom more than anything in this world. I will call mom, no matter where we're at, what time of night it is,
Like no.
because she will
That's
answer.
awesome.
She's like.
There you go.
Sometimes you just gotta talk to mom.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
All right. Who's most likely to get into trouble? I want to know. I want to think the one in my head. I knew it! That's exactly the one that I was going to say.
Yeah,
I knew it the minute you walked in the door. I was like,
we've known you guys for what, a half hour, and that's.
I knew it. I was like, it's that one.
Definitely.
But I'll also
Absolutely.
give this guy a shout out too. We lived together for a long time.
Kevin's second. It's definitely Dallas. Dallas is the number one to get in trouble. It doesn't matter where we go, what we do, what venue we're playing at. Dallas is always, there's something going on. Dallas is like, hey man, listen, this just happened. And we're like, what happened? Nothing happened to us.
I
What happened to you?
love it. I love it. You're speaking to me, Dallas. I love it. Well, then this may be the same one. Who's most likely to host a party?
Host a party.
I don't know.
Let's say.
Well, I mean, it's really a split for me. It's Thank you,
I don't
Mikey.
even know where to go with this one.
Well, because I don't know, both of these guys right here. This is a split for me. I'm gonna have to say.
Do y'all all like to host parties?
Yeah,
Is that the problem?
I was going to say, it would be a split between,
Yeah, I think
between
it's
this and this.
yeah.
Look
Okay.
at
It's
that!
a very fine media room.
That's-
I mean, it is exquisite. I mean, if you have a chance to stop by.
Hey, that looks like a campaign right there.
It does.
Kevin Chad.
Yeah, Chad Kevin.
Absolutely.
Kevin has a media room in his house, which we did a lot of our live streams. Check them out. But then I just love having people over at my house.
Chad's just like, come on over.
Hey, come on over.
Drink some beer.
It doesn't matter what I have. Just
I got
come on over. I got
37
beer.
things
If I
on the
don't
grill.
have beer, you bring the beer, and then I have beer. Just come over and hang out. But yeah, me and Kevin are always the ones hitting up everybody to say, hey, come hang out. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. All right, you ready? Who's most likely to fart on a date?
No doubt about it.
Oh my
No
gosh!
doubt about it.
That's conclusive.
You just got called out.
I even said it.
He knows.
Listen,
God.
listen, I've been married 5 years. I have no shame in my game.
He's been married to us for 5 years too, and that's why he cracks the window. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Window goes down.
That's
You
called
already know what
respect.
happens.
That's called
Hey,
respect.
does
There
not
you
have
go.
us in the back though.
I'm with you. When we first got together, she thought it was funny. It's not funny anymore.
Nah. I'm over it. It's been 14 years. I'm over it. All right. Who's most likely to get drunk and elope with a stranger?
I think y'all are all married though, right? So,
I'm gonna be
assuming you weren't married.
I'm gonna be honest.
And elope with a stranger.
Get drunk and elope with a stranger.
Sure.
The roommates get it again.
Are you kidding?
No, they were roommates.
Sure.
That's so funny.
I think it's half and half.
Half and half on that one.
Kevin, no Dallas.
There you go.
right.
Oh, we have more.
What's next? You have any
All
more?
right.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple more. Who's most likely to have 8 kids?
8 kids.
8 kids.
8 kids.
Depends on where we start.
I think that's already been decided, Chad.
Okay, I'm going.
Next one. Who's most likely to have a secret side job as a male stripper?
Oh, that's easy. Call him Garth Brooks.
Oh, it's
Wait, you have Mike. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's split.
it's split down the middle, huh?
I like
Did you hear that? He said Girth Brooks.
Is that Mr. Garth Brooks right there?
That's hilarious.
Oh Lord. Why have not we been friends before this? Okay.
We will now.
Yeah. Okay. Who's most likely, we have about 3 more questions. Who's most likely to adopt a dozen dogs?
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with this.
Oh, wow. There we go.
4 for 4.
That's unanimous.
Yep.
How many dogs do you have now?
Here.
4.
He's got 4 dogs.
Dogs.
Pass him the.
What's 8 more?
What? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's a lot of more mouths to feed.
And they're all Dobermans.
Yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
3 Dobermans and a Chihuahua.
Oh, well, I mean,
Well, he's
He's the boss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
of course,
That's the
absolutely.
little ones you have to
Yeah.
worry about.
That's probably
Who
true.
runs our house? The little bitty dog.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
All right. Who's most likely to be the first one to fall in love?
At this point,
Well, just in general. How about that?
just in general, if we were all single,
If you were all single,
we were
yeah.
all single, no one was in love. you'd be the
Ladies, they're
first one to
taken.
Fall in love.
He's a romantic to me. That's why I
Aww.
put it there. I have to say.
Whoa.
See,
What we got?
Oh, Dallas, does that make you feel good?
He's just a lover. Chad's got such a big heart. He just
But apparently, Mikey
No.
and Kevin
Yeah.
think you are the.
Apparently you're the
one that's gonna
lover.
fall in love.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
You know, I do appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you got the biggest heart.
And my heart is large.
That's about it.
Large. That has to make you feel good, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Just one of the greatest participants.
Every girl he's ever been with said he has a large heart.
Large heart.
All right, the
What else you
last
got?
one. Who's most likely to win an eating contest?
ooh,
Contest.
Wait.
he's contemplating. Over,
Yeah, here he goes. Here he goes. I'm ready. What?
Oh, really?
This is what's funny. A lot of them have been the 3 to the 1. So the one who typically
Right, the one that ever.
most likely.
Right.
Okay. Listen, large Americans.
Yeah. you are the largest American of the group.
Well,
That's great.
That's all of my fun little questions for you guys.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Good. Good.
So what's next for? No, that's you. Yeah, I'll take these from you though. So what's next for you guys? I mean, I know right now riding on the. You're watching Cowboys Cowgirl climb the charts and watching those Spotify listen numbers tick up. But so, what's next down the road?
Well, more music. Yeah, more music. So we 2018 we put out Risk It All, and it's been great since then. You know, we've kind of milked that for 2 years now, and in the digital age we live in now, it seems like new music on a consistent basis is what we need to do. So we're gonna put on new music for everybody. Y'all stay tuned.
Awesome.
That's great. We're looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much
Yes, this
for
is so
joining
much
us. This was a lot of fun.
We had a blast.
This is a
Thank y'all
perfect
so much.
match right here. I'll
We
tell
appreciate
you that
it
for sure.
and we can't wait to see y'all full band live again. Hopefully sometime soon.
No.
We haven't seen you yet, so we'll be keeping an eye out on the schedule
Y'all
for
check
sure.
us out. Facebook,
100%.
ChadCookeBand.com, Cook with an E, Instagram, anywhere and everywhere you listen to music, Spotify, Apple Music. All that. Do it all there.
We have a code now for 20% off in Kevin's phone number if you just type in concert.
Type in couch concert, you can get a free ride on Kevin's couch.
Awesome. Do you still have? Oh, question. Do you still have merch in stock? Can people buy merch right now?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Kevin feels very ousted right now by the look on his face. Let me just say that this man right here has hand-stitched every piece of merchandise that we have. He's set up for countless hours of every night.
I've got scars.
Hand-stitching and going through every koozie, every shirt. Thank you, Kevin.
Hopefully we're gonna have our own merch soon, and so when we get hats, we'll send you
We'll send it to
some.
you guys.
Heck yeah, we'll send you some right back.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
So fun.